Hi, Richard Eckley here again. I went through a system before showing how do you increase your income. I'd like to go into a bit more depth now, so I'll show you a little bit more of what I was talking about before. You saw the system before where you had your school, you then had your job, then it was small business, big business, and financial investor. That was the system we saw. We all start off, as I said, from school into your job. You get your income. You're paid from value, not by the hour. So you can increase your value, not your time. So as I said, time is something that's fixed. You only have so many hours in a day. And once those 24 hours have gone, they're gone. You can't get them back. But with value, I said, from which you're providing the value for your job, you can increase your value, which is how you increase your money. If you start off, say, at £5 an hour, if you increase your value, they may pay you £10 an hour. Increase your value again, £20 an hour. And that's how you actually increase your income, is by increasing your value to the marketplace. That's all you get paid for, is value you provide to the marketplace. That's how you increase your income. And as I said, if you develop it further, you can get to the financial investor, which is up there, which I said last year, the man earned $1.5 billion. But what we can do, obviously we're not going to get that money straight away. There's no sort of way, well, unless you're sort of born into money, it's hard to come by money that way. Through developing a business, you can. And that's something we do, is we have the job down here. What we tend to use through this system is pockets of time we have spare time. In the evenings, at weekends, you can develop a business alongside your current job. So you do not lose your job, you keep your main stream of income. Because what your job does, it provides you your lifestyle. What that'll always do, your job will never really get you much further in life than a lifestyle. You'll earn your income, whatever income you earn per year, and that gives you that lifestyle, and that's what you're going to be fixed with, really. You'll hit a ceiling through your job, whatever job you've got, whether it's management or top management, and then you'll hit your ceiling, and that'll be the top you're going to get to, and there's no way to increase that. So what a lot of people have done is developing a business alongside their job, because that way then they don't give up that full income, and they can develop a business alongside that, so that provides them with a second income as well. So it's very important now to have multi-streams of income. Just having the old days of having one job for like 40 odd years in the factory or with British Rail or somewhere, those days are gone. There is no job security anymore. So a lot of people are developing a business alongside their current job. So through financial circumstances come along, no fault of their own, like recessions. Throughout history, there's been recessions, there's been boom times. That'll always happen. That's the way finances go. That's the way the world goes. Recession follows boom time then follows a recession, and it goes on through, and that circles of finance just carries on all the time through. So to protect yourself from the sort of things that can happen is to develop a business alongside that. And as said, it's using pockets of time that you've got. You can invest in yourself and into a business alongside that, and slowly generate an income through what you're learning. As I said, because what it is, say the last 5 or 6 years, say, I can draw a line through here. The last 5-6 years of your life have got you where you are today. You started off here, whatever you've learned, you've developed, the last 5 years has got you where you are. The habits you've had, the choices you've made, the decisions you've made, has got you where you are today. And that's exactly, it's been your choice. It's a weird thing to say, because I was told this, and I thought, well, no, circumstances affect me, but no, circumstances affect everybody, but it's how you react to those circumstances is what determines how your life progresses forward. If you react negatively to circumstances, you'll often get negative results, but if you react positive to them, you'll get more positive results. It's all down to mindset. It is all down to mindset. And the last 5 years have basically got you where you are today. And if you think back 5 years, it's gone so fast, for the next 5 years, unless you change something that you've been doing, you're going to end up roughly where you are now, but 5 years older. So if you make a decision to actually change what you're doing, learn some new habits and new systems and new techniques, that will change your course of direction of your life. And then you can end up somewhere else, perhaps where you would more prefer to be than where you may be. I mean, in 5 years' time, you may be perfectly happy as you are, carrying on. You've got what you want, so you're happy to just be 5 years older and in the same sort of circumstances. But if you're feeling like you want to develop something else, something a bit more in yourself, you feel like you want to actually develop yourself, then you can actually change it, and you can change it anytime you want to. All it is about is making a decision of, right, I'd like to do something different. I can see the last 5 years I've sort of carried on, things are coming on, the money's sort of coming in, perhaps I've had a few holidays, and it's going okay, but I'm not quite where I thought I was going to be. And that's when you can make the decision, right, well then I need to learn from someone who is where I want to be. see what they've got, and then I can sort of follow their system to get there. And it's literally just making a decision, and there's following some few simple steps. There's something I was taught. The only difference really between sort of successful people and not so successful people is they've changed their mindset, and they've just developed little disciplines they carry out every day. And it's just these little disciplines they do every single day mounts up to a huge change in your life. So it's not like some massive thing you have to do and change your entire life like over in a week's time. It's just little things, little increments, little decisions, little disciplines they're doing. It's like with your finance, with your money, with your health. There's all these areas of life you can improve and increase and change. And it's just doing through the little things every day that makes all the difference in the long term. 5 years down the road, you can end up somewhere totally different than if you just carry on what you're currently doing. And that's where you are at the moment. Now, a good system, say what the system is using nowadays, is because the way the internet's gone now, there's just so much opportunity out there. There's just unbelievable. There's never been so much opportunity in the world as there is at the moment. We're born in such a lucky time with the way the internet's gone. We've got the World Wide Web, and there's just so much opportunity. There's global now, a global opportunity throughout everything. And how businesses, you said, used to work traditionally, it was your local business, your local shop, and it was all local. And now this business expanded globally, and we've got internet and got connections around the globe. So you have got the chance to develop whatever you want to develop. And there's sort of different systems in place that you can actually use. It's like so it's like the local trend. If you get trends that come along and seem to sort of take off, it's like Uber or Airbnb or Netflix. These are all businesses now. It's the local. It's not the local. It's the sort of the new way of doing business. They don't, like Uber, don't own any taxes. The people own the taxes, but they provide the service. Airbnb don't own any of the houses. The people own the houses, but Airbnb provide the service. Netflix don't own, like Blockbuster used to own all the videos and rent them out. Netflix just sends them digitally across. So there's no warehouses. There's no sort of what's the word I'm looking for now? In the warehouse you have all the products and services to store and keep. It's all internet. It's all there. So the whole system works. It's the new trends, and that's how you can work the new business of today is the trends. But the important thing to try is to find something you're passionate about, something you're really interested in. I said I'm actually involved in a travel one. I enjoy travel, so that's something I'm involved with. And it's the second biggest industry there is. It's another reason why I did it. But you need to find something you're interested in, your own personal interest in it. It could be something like health and fitness. It could be jewelry. It could be in wine. There is just so many different opportunities out there. And you can just if you want to find one, you can just look at it online and you can find some, but do some good research into it. That's the thing you need to do, is to go some, and the worst thing a lot of us do is we just click onto Google and see what Google says, and straight away Google will come up with like a scam here, a scam there, and everything's a scam. But if you actually go into research to actually the actual business itself, find out where it's based at, find out if there is a building, there's actually a legitimate place of business, it's registered, and do a proper research into it. And if that sort of ticks the boxes for you, then get in touch with them and sort of develop the business that way and learn the system that way. It's always worth, if you can sort of find a business that someone knows and recommends, and someone you know, like and trust, then you're there, you feel more comfortable with it. But if you're just trying to find something yourself, then just do the research yourself and just try and find out. Because there is so many opportunities out there now. We're so lucky to be born when we are. It's just amazing. And so as I said, with the systems you've got now, so you got to contacting people, you've got Facebook, you've got Twitter, you've got Instagram, you've got Twitter, and these are all just ways you can reach out and talk to people. Because all business is, it's basically advertising. That's what business is. Any business, no matter whether it's your local shop down the road or it's Tesco's, it's anything. It's advertising, and you bring people in, and that's how you develop business. And the modern business just uses personal recommendations, word of mouth advertising. So they don't have to then pay out for the big money like Tesco's pays for television advertising and that sort of thing. It's all personal by word of mouth, and that just saves all the costs of the business, and then you can sort of earn some more money that way and get it back that way. That's a little bit more sort of in depth of the training there I'm going to do tonight. If you got value from this, you can get in contact with me at rickeckley67@yahoo.co.uk. You can always drop a comment below, or you could Facebook friend request me on. It's Richard Eckley. All the best.